Today, I want to talk about the power of momentum. So, what if I told you that the secret to achieving everything you want, all the things you want in life, isn't found in massive action or perfect planning, but something much simpler, right? Yes, there's big moments, but this is simpler. James Clear reveals this truth in the book Atomic Habits. I'd give it a read. The extraordinary power of being just 1% better every single day. The key is every single day. Here's what most people get wrong about success. They think it's about the big moments, right? The dramatic changes, right? The all or nothing effort. That's where we think we have to be on any given day. But real transformation happens in the quiet spaces between, frankly, the highlight reel moments, right? It's in between those. It happens when you show up consistently, especially when you don't feel like it. I want you to think about water for a minute, slowly dripping on a rock. Each drop seems pretty insignificant, right? Powerless even. But over time, that consistent pressure carves through solid stone. It's the consistency. Your daily habits work pretty much the same way. So every small little action that you take, it's a vote, folks. It's a vote for the person you're becoming. The magic isn't in perfection either. It's in momentum. When you commit to showing up consistently, right, you create what Clear calls the compound effect. It builds on itself. Your efforts don't just add up, they multiply. Each day they build on the last effort and they start to create an unstoppable force that carries you towards your goals. But many of us quit. Right? We just stop. We stop before the magic happens. But here's the beautiful truth about momentum. Once it starts, it becomes easier to maintain than to stop. The hardest part is always the beginning, right? Getting started. Those first few steps, when your feet feel so heavy and your motivation is so incredibly low, you have to push through that resistance, right? And something incredible starts to happen if you will get good at this. Consistency becomes your identity, not just your strategy. Your goals aren't achieved through sporadic bursts of intensity, right? They just are not. They're achieved through the quiet confidence that you have, and you are someone who shows up every single day and you trust the process, knowing that the small steps that you take consistently will always outperform those giant leaps taken on occasion, right? Which we know how that works. So the question is whether you can achieve what you want, right? The question is, are you willing to be consistent enough to let the momentum work its magic for you? I want you to think about that. And if you haven't read the book, I'd give it a read. If you like what I do, follow me, right? Thanks for watching. Be awesome, help somebody. Talk to you.